coach. Well, this fall camp is a little different this year with you coming into the coordinator role. So I guess you just give your initial thoughts, feelings, with the difference going into this one.
Yeah, I think the transition, the biggest thing obviously is I'm with quarterbacks. I'm not with the tight ends anymore, and I think the big thing is you find out it's not so much about me and the tight ends. It's more about everybody else. I think the biggest stamp right now is that we have a great staff. The guys in the room, it's a collaborative piece. I'm just a piece of that puzzle, and I think my job is to provide great leadership, great direction, make sure our guys are empowered to do their job, and make sure we're putting our guys in the best situation to be successful. And I think that's the thing that we've been, and I'm fortunate that, the continuity between our offensive staff since we've been here has been pretty good. So, and obviously previous staff, we had worked together, so everything's been pretty smooth, and it's just my role, it's about everybody else really.
Yeah, what is kind of your offensive philosophy, some of your principles?
Yeah, we're gonna, it's the Montana State offense. We're gonna run the football, we're gonna throw the ball down the field. We're gonna be explosive. We're gonna try to put our guys in great situations. We understand each one of our players, they have limitations and capabilities. We're gonna find those capabilities and make sure that we're executing. And we have a great offensive line. We have great, the receiver room's as deep as it's been since we've been here. A running back room full of backs, and obviously Tommy coming back. I feel like he's been here forever. In the tight end room, we lost 2 guys, but we feel those guys can step up and play and do everything we need them to do. So it's going to look like the Montana State offense. I wouldn't necessarily say it's any big changes based off of me. I think it's what we do good, and that could change, and we'll find out in the next 15 practices what we do really good.
Speaking of tight ends, what have you seen from Rohan so far? Obviously, we see the physical size, but technique and stuff like that. What do you see from him?
Yeah, Ro. When I first saw him, and he puts 8 on, and he's running around, you're like, damn, is Derek Snell still here? But he's explosive. He can run. He's got good ball skills, good change of direction. He does a lot of things that we ask for that position to do. In that room, there's 2 different types of guys, and he's kind of the unicorn. He can do a little bit of everything. He's still, he's been a great addition. He's been a great addition. He's great for the room. He's continuing to get better knowledge-wise of our overall offense and the run game. If we get him the football, he can do some things. He can make people miss in the open space, and hopefully those guys out there think, man, there's Snell 2.0 out there running around, and we'll try to utilize him. It's not a secret. You can tell when you look at him. He's big, explosive, and strong. So feel good. We think he's gonna help us.
A lot of chatter yesterday talking about the offense was trying to make it more balanced and keeping obviously Tommy healthy. So what does that kind of look like so far, or just actual? Yeah, I can't talk scheme, but how are you guys trying to do that?
Yeah, I think our offense, it has the capabilities to adapt to our players and what they do really well. And it just so happens since the last couple of years we've had 2 guys that can run the football and change the math with the extra hat and the run game, and we knew that. We still have the capability to do that, but being more balanced, we can throw the football. We need to do things that, not so much of this ordinary home runs, all this, we're going to find ways to run the football and to throw the ball when we need to. We're going to, run the ball in 4 minutes, throw it in 2 minutes, get the playmakers the football, and be unpredictable, whether that's, throwing on 1st and 10, 3rd and 10, running the ball. I think just putting our guys in a better situation to run past, not so much, do things that we do really well. We've had the capability to do that. It's just in the past we can run those guys. You're going to see what we've done. It just maybe different things at different times might be the difference.
Behind Tommy, Jordan seemed like he's taking a couple strides in development, especially quicker release is something I noticed. Can you just kind of talk about his development so far?
Yeah, Jordan, he has all the physical gifts that you would want. He's tall, he's long, he's got a strong arm. His lower body is developed, and his feet, he can put the ball wherever you need it to put. He's continuing to make strides of the speed of the game, and just seeing when the lights are on and there's 10 other dudes out there controlling the huddle, being confident in the huddle, and making the throws. And if he gets all that other stuff out of the way, he can make all the throws that we need him to make. He can do everything we need him to do in the run game. Is he dynamic as a runner as some of the other guys? No, but he's fast enough. He's quick enough, and the thing is he can put the ball anywhere on the field we need him to, and he's had a great off season, and we continue, and he's got to prepare every week that he's a starter, and all those guys in the room have to prepare as you're the starter, because you just never know, and I think he's done that, and he understands that, so I think he'll be continuing to grow.
What made you feel most comfortable about becoming the QB's coach and transitioning from tight ends coach?
Well, I just think that I've coached a lot of different positions at a lot of different levels, and I think just understanding, playing the position, knowing the offense, I think, having very comfortable in the scheme was the biggest thing, and I think having a great staff around me makes you feel really good, and we do, and our Coach Johnson, Coach Udy, Coach Mix, Coach Walsh, our guys off the field, we know what we're trying to get, and again, just the thing that I added was things that I already, naturally do, and trying to provide great leadership and great direction, give these guys the empowerment to do what they need to do, and so I don't think there was, I think more than anything it was what was best for us, at the time was the main thing.
You have Sean helping you out, Sean Chambers. What's that been like so far?
Yeah, well, he just got here a couple days ago, and he wants to get to coaching, and what better than to have a guy who knows our system and knows our guys and knows what we're getting, and another set of eyes, and with how we do things, we need another set of eyes, and he relates well to the guys, and I think he's got a bright future, and just getting his feet wet, and he's been a good addition.
And what have you thought about Jordan Walsh so far as well?
He's good. He's comes from, we have mutual guys that we know each other. He comes from a place that their backbone has been running the football and good tight end play, and he's eager to learn and eager to make sure that we can do that. I think the big thing with him is he's doing things the Bobcat way. He wants to do things that we've done and how we do it, and he's fitting great, and he's a good teacher. The guys love him, and I think he'll continue to be a good addition both in the run and the pass game. So he's been great.
How confident are you in this offensive line, with veterans like Marcus and Justice, just leading that room?
Yeah, I think, we've hung our hat on the offensive line, since we've been here. And I think, Perks, he's taken more snaps than anybody here. And then you got Marcus, and when we got Connor, and when Cole gets back, and JT, and we got some young guys. And I feel that, we'll go as far as those dudes take us. I really, and it's no secret. We don't try to hide it. We're going to run the football. We're going to throw the ball down the field. And those guys are super confident. They want to run the football, and they know that we're a physical team. Our guys today out there, I like our guys. We got a physical, tough team, and that's the O-line. They play with great tempo and great urgency, and they want to fix things. So I think, I feel real confident with those guys. I wouldn't trade those guys for anybody else. And Coach Johnson does a great job with them. Great relationship, and puts them in a great situation. Good teacher, so feel good with those guys.
You mentioned the depth of the receiver room earlier. I guess just speaking to that, who's anybody individually that stood out so far?
Yeah, I think that receiver room, from the first year we were here, we had a vertical guy that could go get the football and lance, and we utilized him a bunch. We had some guys in between, but this year the depth of guys, with Ty and Junior and Ryan, and Taco and Trimble, and I mean there's a litany of dudes, and I think we have a good mix of both. We have guys that can be vertical threats down the football field and go get the football, and high point the football. Then we have guys that can do a lot of different things. Taco and Trimble, those guys can touch the football multiple different ways, whether it's quick screens or getting them the ball in jets or you name it. We can do those things, and I think they're a hungry group. I think they're a group who knows that they can, be utilized in the pass game, and we know that, and getting them touches. So I think they're eager to, keep working and putting the work in, and we're going to find ways to get them the ball. That's a great problem I have, I guess, is that how can we get everybody the football? And that's the thing that plays into Tommy, man. Just do normal things. Throw the ball. If you need to throw the ball, and he knows that, and he can do that. And I think he's as confident with that receiving room that since he's been here, and that's a huge part of it. Is those guys can do a lot of different things, and Coach Udy does a great job with it.
A guy like Junior, obviously he was here last year, being able to utilize him more this year. How big is that?
Yeah, you saw a little bit in the spring game. Caught a go ball down the sideline and some different things. And he's physically gifted. He's explosive. He has good ball skills. He tracks the ball well, runs good routes. He's a mismatch for some of the guys. I don't know if we've had. He has a lot of capability to do some things. So I think we can get him, the football in a lot of different ways because he is so explosive and dynamic.